I got one saying 6:30. You guys see 6:30? I don't know if Pat's coming or not, but I think we should just get started. What do you think? Patty, you ready?
Yep, sorry.
6:30 is 6:30.
Oh, let's give him a second.
Is he here? Oh,
They're leaving the parking lot? All right, never mind, let's go. I'd like to call the Truth and Taxation hearing meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Baldridge. Udis.
Here.
McDermott.
Here.
Stefanelli is absent with prior notice. And Curran.
Here. All right. Number 3, public comment on the proposed levy. Does anybody have any public comments? This is going to be a very short hearing if there's no public comments. There's not really a presentation necessarily done up. Let's see if anybody... Is that somebody there? Okay. Any comments from the council at all?
I have a question.
Sure, please. Would you want to come so that way they can hear you?
You can hear me. It's just an understanding of why, what happened that
Sure.
created this.
Well, we should have had a truth and taxation hearing last year. Basically, the primary thing that happened was the reason the number seems like it's so high. It's really not that we're actually taxing that much more. The rate is actually not that much higher. The reason is every 25 years that you're in a TIF zone, the TIF's going to roll off, right? So normally what happens is the clerk gets a report, and on the report has the equalized assessed value of all the property in the city, right? 99% of the time, you would just use that number and you'd apply your levy to it, right? However, if you have a TIF zone, 1 out of every 25 years, or in this case, because there was a 12-year extension, I believe, it's like 1 out of every 37 years.
Which TIF zone?
TIF 1. TIF 1 ended 2 years ago. So last year, what should have happened was they should have, so when you look at that report, remember I told you there was that number that has that total EAV? For those years that a TIF ends, apparently there's a page on the inside of the report that you're supposed to have the TIF differential, and it's supposed to be added in. So, you know, I was on the council last year even, and I felt terrible. I gave Mayor Rivara and Commissioner Oglesby a very hard time for raising it 4.99%, because I didn't want to raise it that. But in reality, it was significantly less than that because we weren't using the correct numbers. So there was about, go ahead.
I was on the council when TIF 1 was created,
Mhm.
and we had the same thing, but it was carried over because the TIF was still viable. Now, I don't understand how it got missed. Many other J-Cups, aren't they the ones that monitor the TIF?
Well, they don't provide, they do monitor it for us, but they don't prepare the levy.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But did they bring it to your attention?
To my knowledge, no. But I can't answer that question for you. I don't know. I wish I could.
Overlooked.
Well, I know a lot of people want to say that it's pinned on one person. I don't think of it like that. I think of it as any one person probably could have raised the flag and probably solved the problem. But there was a group of people, obviously. I mean, there was a clerk, there's a commissioner, there's a treasurer, there's an agency that we paid to put the report together and prepare the levy, and nobody caught it.
So in other words, somebody should have caught it.
I believe it probably should have been
That
caught.
many people.
Somebody probably should have caught it. Yeah, I agree. But so I mean, what that did was, instead of the money going to the TIF, which is about $600,000 a year that we get to have for our TIF to utilize, that money would have, about $500,000 of that would have gone to the normal taxing body, right? That didn't happen. So there was a huge break to the taxpayers that they had for that year, and that's why it looks like it's up so high comparatively. But, do you have a question? We really should be using the mic because people at home can't hear, though. Okay.
I was just going to correct you. In my opinion, TIF first segment is 23 years with a extension possible of 12 with a maximum of 35, and that's what we hit in TIF 1 was extended to the maximum of 35 years.
I said 37, I think. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Thank you much. Okay. So I will say this because I don't know if we'll talk about it during the meeting since you're interested. If you look at in tax year 2021, the rate the city of Oglesby paid for a homeowner was 2.378, right? Last year, that got suppressed all the way down to 1.59. So with the proposed tax levy this year, with the estimate, it's gonna be at 2.105. So the good news is, even with this increase, we're still probably about 12 to 15% less than what we were 2 years ago. Any questions, comments on that from anybody? If there's no further comments, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Baldridge.
Aye.
Udis.
Aye.
McDermott.
Aye.
Curran.
Aye.
Okay, 25 minutes for the regular meeting starts.